Hello, Intensive English Program students. This is David Johnson. I'm here with our weekly broadcast of Director Dave's Sinister Syntax. I'm going to use a little bit different technology this time. I'm using a Prezi format instead of our traditional PowerPoint. So let's go ahead and get started. As I said, we're here with our fifth syntax lesson, and what I thought I would do, show you the whole screen. We'll kind of go around this screen and I'll show different points. And our unifying theme this week will be Thanksgiving Day. Very soon it will be Thanksgiving Day, which is always on a Thursday in the United States, where we give thanks for all the food and blessings that we have. So it's a very big holiday. It's not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday. So, before we get started with some of our syntax lesson, just a reminder that this Thursday we're going to have our own IEP Thanksgiving celebration from 12 to 1:15 in the Leadership Room in the Student Center. Karen Lanning has coordinated a lot of dishes, and I know you're all busy preparing those, so we're going to celebrate with all of your yummy dishes. And then the following week will be the actual Thanksgiving Day, but this Thursday we'll have our own celebration 1 week early. So I thought we would get ourselves ready with some idioms that deal with food. Now these are all negative idioms, maybe not the best thing to have the week before Thanksgiving, but I thought we would have some negative idioms, and these are all things you may hear from time to time. Let me pronounce them. To eat crow, to take with a grain of salt, and half-baked. Some of you may have heard of these, and they may all be new to some of you. So let's take them one by one. To eat crow. Here is the definition. Admit one is mistaken or defeated. To take back a mistaken statement. So if you eat crow, you admit that somehow or some way you did something that you now admit was a mistake. So we have some other examples coming up. So I'll leave it there for now. Our second idiom is to take with a grain of salt. To take with a grain of salt. The definition here is to accept or believe only part of something. So it's not that somebody, if you're listening to them, that they're completely lying, but if I tell you, take that with a grain of salt, you know you should only believe part of something that they are saying. And then our third idiom was half-baked. Now this is something that's not thought out or studied carefully. So it's often a mistake or something wrong. If it's a half-baked idea, it's not a good idea. So let's go through some examples of each of these. Here we have a group of politicians, and we often consider politicians if they have to eat crow. Here's the sentence. The politicians had to eat crow when they admitted to their constituents, and constituents means people who voted for them, that they had lied. So if a politician lies to the public or his constituents or voters, they may have to eat crow. That means they have to admit that they lied. Here's a sort of an advertisement. Buy now. Picture of money and coins. Well, I was thinking about this idiom, take with a grain of salt, and I was thinking about advertisers. Here's the sentence. Anytime we see an advertisement, we should be careful and take everything they say with a grain of salt. Well, of course, advertisers want to sell us their product, and it's not necessarily that they're lying, they just may not be telling us all the truth. And so we say we should take what an advertiser says with a grain of salt. Their product may not be quite as terrific as they tell us. And last, here we have a picture of a skateboarder doing a very dangerous stunt or trick. And when I see this, I often think of this idiom. Many doctors think that the dangerous stunts of skateboarders are half-baked ideas. So it means it's not a very good idea. If we go back to the picture, you can see I don't think this is a very good idea. So we call it a half-baked idea. All right, well, we've now completed. I want to thank everybody for listening, and we will see everybody this week, and we will definitely see everybody at the IEP Thanksgiving celebration. Thanks for listening.